Good morning, children.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, teachers.
In the old-fashioned view of education, knowledge was taken out of books and transferred, often painfully, to the memory. But books are only one among many sources of knowledge.
You know, for most of the last century, we were struggling to make technology do what we wanted in terms of learning. Now it's so good it can do anything we want. And the real question is, what do we want to do?
I'm always researching on the internet and my opponents and my future opponents.
I usually use MySpace for networking with other drummers.
I can also contact other researchers anywhere in the world by email or by Skype.
I tend to use video analysis a lot.
We're in a world now that's peer-to-peer, that's viral, that's agile, where symmetry is the key word, where people exchange and swap their work and their learning. What technology allows us to do is to swap that learning all around the world.
Every child must be given the chance to develop his talent and abilities to the maximum.
So there's a huge mismatch between what we think learning used to be in schools and what we know successful learning is to generate in terms of ingenious, collaborative, gregarious, creative people.
If you're held too tightly in school, when you're let go of, all you do is relax. You haven't learnt to stand alone. And so part of the job of learning is to learn how to continue to learn.
For the last 100 years we've used the industrial narrative. Schools are like factories, it's an administrative process, it's about control and order.
Every turned off device is potentially a turned off child.
We have to accept as educators that technology is not really a choice. It has created a world. It's just not here to help you teach traditional subjects. It has invented, has emerged a completely new environment.
It's about relationship, it's about community, it's about connectivity, it's about access.
Children are living now in a different space. They're living in what I call nearly now. And nearly now is that space that they text in, that space that they update their Facebook entries in, the space that they Twitter in, you know, the space that is not quite synchronous. Now, it's a really interesting space because it's not adversarial, it's not pressured. It's a space where people can, it's all the R words, they can reflect and retract and research and repeat, you know, it's a very gentle word. I'll tell you what, it's a great world for learning.
Now, if no child left behind fades away, it enables local creativity and innovations.
Now we're looking at a whole different range of schools. We're looking at schools that produce ingenious, collaborative, gregarious, brave children who care about stuff like their culture. And to build schools that do that is a whole another challenge. And around the world, you know, people are testing out the ingredients of what makes that work. And those ingredients are being assembled into some just stunning recipes in different places. It's a very exciting time for learning. It's the death of education, but it's the dawn of learning. That makes me very happy. '21st century learners really need to be ambitious. They need to be collaborative. They need to embrace the idea of mutuality. You know, they need to really not just work with others, but need to work with others. But above all else, I think they need to stand back and have their eyes on a horizon. And it's a global horizon. It absolutely is. Some of the children I'm working with around the world are at their most exciting as learners when they see themselves as global citizens. The ambition, yep. The reflection, the meta-reflection of being professional learners themselves, having expertise in learning, but above all else seeing themselves as learners on a planet full of learning, in an age of learning. It's not the information age, it's not the mechanical age, this is a learning age. So, my goodness, we need to focus a bit more on learning, don't we? Or we just won't be anywhere near the front of the queue in the learning age, and that'd be rather sad, I think.